A CNN exit poll has just dropped and it found that 75% of Americans are not happy with the way things are going in the United States today. How bad is that as a reflection of who's in power at the moment when we've got Joe Biden and Kamala Harris?
Well, it's terrible. I mean, that is the number one most important indicator of whether a president's team in this case, her, will be re-elected. Never before has there been a presidential candidate with such low approval ratings, i.e. the right direction, wrong direction track, that wins election. So that is the main reason you tend to think that Harris won't win, because most three-quarters of Americans think the country's going in the wrong direction. Well, if they think that, why would they vote for Harris? The record's terrible. Biden's record has been very poor. And if she wins today, as I said, hang on to your hat.
If Donald Trump loses fairly, what can we expect to happen? And I suppose that the movement that he's created.
That's a very good question. He's already made it very clear this morning that he doesn't want people to cause trouble as long as he's lost fairly, which is always his rejoinder. So we'll have to see what happens with the legal actions that take place. Already this morning, we've had a report of an Australian who's lived in Washington, D.C. for 6 weeks. He tried out the American system. He walked straight into a polling booth, produced evidence of his residency and was given a ballot paper, even though he's not an American citizen and he's not entitled to vote. He then handed the ballot paper back. So, there are questions about the American election process that someone can walk in and be given a ballot. And obviously these are the things that Trump complains about.
Look, Joe Biden, he's caused some headaches for Kamala Harris in recent days. He called Trump supporters garbage, and nearly every time he opens his mouth, there's a gaffe. Has he done this deliberately? Are we going to see Joe Biden pop up again?
No, I don't think so. Look, he's a man with early stage dementia. I'm sure he's not doing it deliberately, although obviously he's still incredibly angry that they turfed him out. But his performance should reassure him that they made the right decision in turfing him out. Just imagine if Joe Biden had been the candidate for the last 3 months and was wanting another 4 years in the White House. That was preposterous. It was ridiculous. Of course, he should have gone. But Kamala Harris and others covered up his dementia for years. And it wasn't until that presidential debate, Gab, that people in America realised that this guy was, a brick short of the full load. So no, I don't think he's doing it deliberately. That's just him. He's an old man. We're all getting to that stage. He's got early stage dementia. He hasn't been running the country for a long time, obviously, and no one knows who's running America, quite frankly.
Sky News contributor Michael Kroger, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure, Gab.